Do you sometimes really want to do something, but you have something holding you back, so you're not doing it? Do you find yourself in situations where you really want to run away? Do you know that kind of sensation in your belly that is really cramping and the heat that is coming up? Yes, this is fear. And fear is holding us back, but we can get over the fear. And that's what I'm going to teach you today. I'm Hélène de Posson, the author and founder of the Self-Healing Spiral. And today I'm going to teach you how to get rid of fears. And I'm going to let you know, give you more information about what fear really is. So the first thing to know about fear is that fear is just trying to keep us safe. When we feel fear, it's because a part of us that I call the ego, that we call the ego, is actually just trying to keep us safe. And you have to see the ego as a little guardian that has been there since you're 2 or 3, and that is just making sure that you're having the right behaviors to have all the love that you need, and make sure you don't suffer too much. Your ego is like a little soldier that really wants to make sure that you are safe. And so when you feel the fear, it's coming from that part of you that is actually just being a little guardian for you. But maybe these behaviors were really useful at some time. They probably were when you were a kid. That's why you developed them. But as an adult, they can keep you back, hold you back from doing the things that you are meant to be doing. And that's why it's so difficult to get out of our comfort zone. So how do you get rid of these fears? You know, you really want to do a speech at someone's birthday, but you have that fear inside of you and you tell yourself that it's not a good idea. What do you do then? The first thing is to notice and acknowledge the fear. Notice, just put a name on it and tell yourself, okay, I am afraid. Yes, I'm feeling it and it's uncomfortable. The second thing is to identify which fear you are feeling. There are 3 main kinds of fear, and I'm going to get you through these 3. The first fear is the fear that I call the natural fear. It's a fear that is really physical and that we feel whenever something dangerous can happen to us. For example, you're going to be walking, you're going to be really close to the edge of a cliff, and you're going to start feeling that fear. And that fear is really trying to keep you safe, and it is keeping you safe. So that fear, you can never go without it. The second fear is the fear of the out of the comfort zone. It's a fear that we all experience. And we really have it when our little guardian, when our ego is actually trying to keep us safe. Because a long, long time ago, when we were living in caves, going out of the cave really was dangerous. It could be super cold. You could die from the cold. You could die from starvation. You could be killed by an animal. And so getting out of the comfort zone, getting out of the cave was dangerous. And we still have that fear in our reptilian brain. And so whenever we want to try something new, whenever change is involved, we are afraid. So the way to get rid of that fear is actually to analyze the facts. What is the risk that I am taking here? What could be the consequences? Worst case scenario, okay, this and this and this could happen. Can I live with this? Can I survive this? What can I do to prevent these things from happening? And in best case scenario, what are the good things that could happen from this choice? I could be fulfilled, I could be successful, I could be super happy, I could have my dream come true. And so looking at the worst case and the best case scenario and analyzing the facts with a really rational approach can help you get rid of that emotional fear that is holding you back. And we also say that the most successful people are the ones that feel that fear the most. They feel it all the time. But they don't let that fear control them. They actually analyze the facts and they do it anyway. And the third fear is the fear of the infinite possibilities. It's the fear that is really coming from your mind rather than the body. And that is always saying, what happens if, and what if this, and what if that? It's really the fear that we are experiencing when we imagine the worst, and we are focused on the worst, and we can get rid of that loop we're in of just being a bit negative. And that's a fear that you really need to control by telling yourself, no, I choose to trust. No, I let go. So the steps really to overcome the fear and not let it control your life is to, first of all, notice it. Acknowledge that you have fear and that it's normal. We are emotional humans and animals. It's normal that we have fear. It's just trying to keep us safe. So you can also thank the fear because it's been doing a wonderful job so far. Second, identify which fear it is. Is it a natural fear, out of the comfort, or infinite possibilities? And then you know how you can really get rid of that fear. And the third step, once you have identified it, is to really talk yourself through it. By saying to yourself, by saying to that ego part of you that is just trying to keep you safe, yes, I am afraid. And it's completely normal that I am afraid. But I am an adult now. I can take care of myself. And I can completely assume the consequences of this choice. I have my happiness in my hands. So it's really by talking to yourself, acknowledging that you are afraid, and thanking your ego, and then taking your full power by saying, I can do this. And if it doesn't go right, I can assume the consequences. I take full responsibility for what's going to happen. But everything is going to be fine. You can really talk yourself through it. And you're going to see that the more you're going to get out of your comfort zone, the more you're going to have positive experiences. Because in the end, you'll be like, oh, it wasn't that hard, or it wasn't that scary. We're just creating a lot of fears in our head. And so the more you have positive experiences, the more you're going to expand your comfort zone, and the more you're going to dare to see things, to do things. And you're going to then create the life of your dreams, little by little, day after day. So I hope these steps helped. Put them in practice and then let us know what kind of fear are you facing the most. Let us know in the comments so that we can support each other. Is it the natural fear, the fear out of the comfort zone, or the infinite possibilities where you have your mind that keeps saying, but what if, and what if, and what if this happens? Let me know in the comments, and if you like this video, just give it a little thumbs up or subscribe to the channel. And if you want to dive deeper and do a deeper work with this, and you really have fears that are holding you back, well, I would be really happy to help you. So book a breakthrough session through the link that is in the description of this video, and we can get to know each other and see how I could help you. Well, that's it for today. Have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.